Hey, welcome. So let's start off by conceptually understanding what we're going to be trying to model here. So from the handout, I'm just going to read directly from the handout. Assume that James McBride is willing to negotiate extending the 7-day countdown to keep the relationship with Brian Collins and Millennium Partners on good footing. James has asked your team to provide him with a few numbers to help him gauge what Millennium stands to gain by lengthening the countdown by opening 1 week later than anticipated. So the original 7-day countdown plus 7 more days. So the case doesn't explicitly say how much longer to extend the training by. We're just going to assume as a given here that we're going to push the opening back by 1 week. So add 1 more week in of training. And then opening immediately at 80% occupancy instead of 50% occupancy. Okay, so let's kind of visually understand what's going on. So let's just say that this is time. And let's say originally we're going to open here. And this will be at like t equals 0, like the time of opening 0. So originally, this is t minus 7, so minus 7 days. This is where we start countdown. Start countdown. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. And let's say here we have, I'm just going to say occupancy percentage. Okay. And I'm going to do 50%. And we're going to do 80% here. Okay. So originally we would open at 50%. And then we'd kind of give ourselves 1, 2, 3, and then maybe 4 months. Sorry, the scale's off. Months. Okay. And so all of a sudden we open at 50% occupancy, and it generally takes, based upon the information provided in the case, it'll take about 4 months for us to kind of slowly scale to our full occupancy rate, which is 80%. And then from there, I'll just draw an arrow. You know, we kind of stabilize at whatever our full occupancy is. So conceptually, this is what a hotel opening would look like for us. Okay. Now, in the case, we're assuming that Millennium is willing to extend training for 7 more days. So I'm going to say plus 7 days. Okay, plus 7 days. But in exchange for that plus 7 days, they want to open immediately at that 80%. So go right at capacity there. Okay. Now, if we think of what money is to be made, this black area right? This black area is original plan. Okay. Now, the new plan is this red area. So I'm going to say new plan. Okay. You'll notice a couple of things. Is the difference between the new plan and the old plan is Millennium is going to make this additional part, right? Because it's just red, there's no black overlapping it, but it will lose this part because this is only black. There's no red in it, right? Conceptually, we know that the net amount that the new plan will gain is whatever this red area is minus whatever this black area is. Yeah. So at the end of the day, what we would want to model out is we can model out how much the new plan is. New. Subtract out the original. Right? Subtract out the original. And I'm going to throw in here, because we're doing extra training, right? This area is going to be extra training. Maybe I'll highlight it in yellow also. We're doing some extra training here. We have to minus cost of extra training equals net value of proposal. Okay. Notice that what the new plan will make us, right? Subtract what the original plan will make us, is the same as this red area minus this area here, because this overlap will just cancel each other out. Okay, so conceptually, this is what we're going to do. We're going to calculate what this big area, red area is. We're going to calculate what this black area is. We're going to subtract the two to find out kind of the net sales, net increase in sales. Let me zoom out. To calculate the net increase in sales that we're going to get. So I'm going to put in here equals net increase in revenue in terms of occupancy, occupied rooms. Okay. And then if we have to take out the extra cost of training, right? And that will get us the net value of the proposal to Millennium. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's pick up with the next video then.